Welcome to 4C Visions. I'm R.V. Height, Director of Communications at Central Carolina Community College. In this edition of 4C Visions, it is my pleasure to welcome Kelvin Hunt, Central Carolina Community College Director of Student Outreach and Recruitment. Originally from Chadbourn, North Carolina, Mr. Hunt is a graduate of the University of North Carolina at Pembroke, where he was a four-year letterman in baseball. He has worked in college admissions for 19 years, 2 years at UNC Pembroke, and the last 17 years at Central Carolina Community College. Mr. Hunt has been married for 16 years and has three children, Madeline, who is a high school freshman, and twins, Jayla and Jacob, are in the seventh grade. Kelvin, welcome to 4C Visions.
Thank you, RV. Glad to be here.
Well, Kelvin, with a high school freshman yourself, I'm sure you and your family will be undergoing the college admissions process soon. How do you think your familiarity with college admissions will be helpful to your own family in that process, and particularly with two twins coming up right behind her?
I'm telling you, man, I have a lot going on, right? I'm grateful to have the knowledge that I have as far as the college admissions process. I have a lot of friends. My wife and I, we have a lot of friends that have children that are graduating or just graduated, and so I was able to help them through the process. And it's a lot to take in and a lot to keep up with. So looking forward to getting an early start on it. And so by the time they're all seniors in high school, they hopefully should have it all mapped out. But I'm sure it will not go that way. But we'll see what happens.
Well, I know it'll go great. Well, that leads into today where we want to talk about admissions process. You're often visiting with high school students to share the good news of available offerings at Central Carolina Community College. What makes CCCC such an attractive choice for many students of all ages?
Yeah. So, here at CCCC, you have, excellent quality of education, so many different options. As a community college, we have a lot of unique programs to choose from, as well as the affordability aspect of things. And so when students look at CCCC and see everything that we have to offer, quality of education, the affordability aspect, parents come and visit along with the prospective students, and oftentimes they're really amazed at everything that we do and everything that we have to offer. And so we've really seen that over the years improve our enrollment and things like that. So it's exciting times here at CCCC.
Kelvin, what are students looking for in a college?
I think they're looking for quality of education, depending on the age. As you mentioned earlier, we have high schoolers, we have non-traditional students that may be in the workforce and looking to come back for changing career and things like that. So it depends on the age. If you have a non-traditional student, oftentimes they're looking for a way to come back, change careers, get a quality education at an affordable price, but also be able to find a job relatively quickly. And of course, we do those things with our relationships with industry. Whenever you're looking at the high school students, they're looking for oftentimes a way to get started, a way to save money, stay closer to home. Some of them may not have an idea of what they want to major in. So the community college is a perfect starting point for those students to kind of get their feet wet and then go ahead and start the college process.
We're going to talk about high school students here in a moment, but talk to us a little bit about the non-traditional student, maybe the older student, and what advice you may have for them in terms of returning to school. Maybe they're looking for a new career opportunity, or maybe they just want a change in life.
Sure, absolutely. We work with a lot of non-traditional students, and most of the time, those students are usually unsure of where to begin. I don't know who to call. I don't know where to go. those sort of things. So if you're a student or know someone that kind of fits that criteria, what I would suggest is just reach out to my department. Like I said, we cover all 3 counties and beyond. And so we can often just chat briefly, kind of see what your goals are, even if you're unsure what you want to do. Just in general, we can give those particular students great starting points as far as short-term training, 2-year degrees, or just where to get started, how to apply for financial aid, things like that. That's usually the case. And students that are looking for retraining, we have a ton of different programs to choose from. And so what we usually do is invite those students, to come to campus and see those opportunities in person. And so while they're here, we kind of do a lot of different things at one time. It's almost like a one-stop shop deal. So not only do they get information on the college admissions process, but they get to see the facilities, meet with educational navigators, financial aid, all of those things at one time. And so often when they leave that day, they have a great understanding of what they need to do next.
Does a student need to know what he or she wants to study before choosing a specific college?
It's helpful if they have an idea of what they want to do or know specifically what they want to do, but oftentimes that's not the case. And students that are unsure what they want to do, we have the perfect program for them. So oftentimes whenever you're starting college, you have to take what we call a lot of general education classes, regardless of major. And so oftentimes we will point those students that are unsure what they want to do towards those particular classes. And while they're taking those classes, they're making progress towards an eventual degree, diploma, or certificate. But at the same time, they can kind of research what they may be interested in and then go from there. So they're making progress while they're still unsure what they want to do.
Well, I believe that one of the things that makes CCCC special is that college and university transfer classes are available, as well as a variety of career and technical programs. Share with our viewers about some of those programs, and particularly some of our more unique programs. I'm always amazed at, for instance, on our Chatham campus, we have sustainable agriculture, all the way down to Harnett County, where we have laser and photonics. And of course, we have culinary arts in all 3 of our counties. Talk a little bit about what you see as far as programming for the college.
Sure. As you mentioned, university transfer, students that are interested in transferring to a 4-year institution, of course, we definitely can do that. We have great relationships with the 4-year institutions in the state of North Carolina, both public and private. But students that are interested in a career and technical program, as you mentioned, we have a lot of unique programs that you won't find elsewhere. Or oftentimes we were the first to offer that program, but then other colleges may have come in and saw what we've done and then wanted to try to replicate what we do, which of course we know is impossible because we're the best, right? But some of those unique programs would be, one would be, as you mentioned, the laser and photonics program, the only one of its kind in the state of North Carolina, on the Littleton campus. And oftentimes those students have jobs waiting for them before they graduate. Starting at well above what some students that graduate from a four-year college make. We also have, as you mentioned, the Sustainable Agriculture Program, which we were the first to offer. I think that program began in 2002, which we have an actual farm on campus there in Pittsburgh. And so they use a small allotment of land to produce a ton of different foods. And that program is also kind of linked together with our culinary program. So things that we produce there in the farm are then used in the culinary program, which is unique to us. And then we also have programs like motorcycle mechanics, which we were the first to offer that program again in 1974. So if you're interested in Harley Davidson, street bikes, ATVs, that's a 1-year diploma program that oftentimes students have jobs waiting for them before they graduate. Of course, we have broadcasting and production, radio and TV. We have our own radio station, our own TV station, which are awesome. I just had a tour this week, and they went inside the TV station, and they were like, "Wow, I didn't know you guys had this, the green screen, and everything's a high definition." And so We also have health sciences, the vet tech program. There's only about 200 of those programs in the United States. We were the first community college to offer the vet tech program, which began in 1974. And that program is often ranked top 10, top 15 out of those 200 in the United States. And so there's students from all over North Carolina, as well as outside the state, that come particularly for that program here. But yeah, so I mean, there's a ton of different programs to choose from. I've been here a long time, and I see, all the things that we've done over the years and what we continue to do, and we continue to push the envelope and look for innovative and new ways to engage our students and new programming as well, which we have some coming in the next couple of years that I'm excited about.
And one of the exciting things about living in the Central Carolina area, of course, is all of the new industry and manufacturing opportunities that are coming our way. And of course, Central Carolina will be very involved in training individuals for those prime positions.
Yeah, absolutely. We've already had some of those companies on campus. I met with a few of those companies over the last month or so, and some of those executives have been on campus to see the different programs in person, to see what we offer and how we can work with them to engage their employees and add value to what they do as a company as well.
Well, we thank our audience for being with us, and we'll be right back after this short break.
¿Qué color? Perfecto, mijo.
Gracias. Thank you.
What's wrong, mijo?
Donating to a pet's medical care is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
I never graduated from high school. I realized I wanted to go back to school because I didn't want to work these back-breaking jobs the rest of my life. With the help of my father and having my son, that was all the motivation that I needed to come back to school. I felt accomplished, made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to 4C Visions. I'm your host, R.V. Height, Director of Communications at Central Carolina Community College. With me today is Kelvin Hunt, Central Carolina Community College Director of Student Outreach and Recruitment. Kelvin, can you share with our audience about the opportunities the college offers for current high school students?
For sure. So high school students can actually take college classes with us while they're in high school through what's called the dual enrollment program. And so when students are in high school, their junior year, they can begin taking classes that count towards their college credits. And those classes are free of charge to them. And then that program is also tied into our Promise program. So students that take 4 CCP classes or dual enrollment classes with us, then that's one of the qualifications for our Promise program, which guarantees up to 2 years of free tuition at the in-state rate for those students once they graduate high school. So we have well over 2,000 high school students taking classes with us right now in different pathways. And then once they graduate high school, they can enroll with us and continue in those pathways, whether university transfer or career and technical. And it's a great opportunity, and I'm so glad to see so many students taking advantage of it.
Absolutely. Now, are there opportunities for our potential students and their families to visit Central Carolina Community College? And what would they need to do in order to visit one of our campuses?
Yeah, absolutely. So we offer tours daily, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. And then on Fridays, the college closes at 3:30. So we offer tours from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And so all you have to do is go to our website, cccc.edu. And at the very bottom left-hand corner, there's a link that says Visit Campus. If you click on that link, that'll provide you an opportunity to fill out your information. It'll come directly to my team, and then we'll follow up with those prospective students to see what day and time works best for them and the times that we offer tours. and then we'll have them on campus. And so we cover tours for all 3 of our campuses in all 3 counties. So it doesn't matter if you want to go to the Sanford campus or Livingston campus or Pittsburgh campus, or if you want to go to another location that we offer, maybe at the Western Harnett Industrial Center, where our automotive restoration program, which is another unique program that we have, we can definitely cover all of those locations. Or you can just call me directly as well. You can call me at 919-718-7368, and I will be able to follow up with you and schedule a time as well. But campus tours are one of the best. Campus tours are one of the best options that you can do. You know, we can tell you how great the campus is and how the programs are, but until you actually come and see, it's almost like food, right? You know, I can tell you how great a dish is, but until you actually try it, there you go.
Absolutely. And we certainly welcome folks to come and visit us at Central Carolina Community College at any of our campuses. And Kelvin and his team will be glad to set up that visit for you so you can get a firsthand look. Kelvin, one of the things that I think is very interesting about college, and of course, our students, many of them work and come to school, which is possible, but many like to attend college for the many experiences. For instance, our college offers athletics. We do have basketball and volleyball. We do have a number of other student activities. Kelvin, you were a baseball player in college. Can you talk to our audience about what those extracurricular college, what baseball meant to you personally, and what other extracurricular activities at our college may be helpful or beneficial for our students?
For sure. Yeah. Baseball was really what got me to college. You know, I was one of those students, so as we mentioned earlier, that you may not know what you want to do while you're in high school. And I really had no idea. I knew I liked baseball and was probably going to play in college. And so I kind of was like, I'm going to get to college and play baseball and then figure out the rest later. And that's kind of what I did. The good thing about CCCC, as you mentioned, we do offer sports, and then we also have a ton of other our college opportunities for students, whether it's clubs, organizations to become a part of. And so those clubs and organizations are really student driven. So for instance, if you have a student that's interested in a particular club or organization that we don't have, then that particular student, if there's enough interest from other students, they can actually charter that club and organization and make it happen on campus, which is really cool. But yeah, we have so many different opportunities for students. Oftentimes, we'll have student activity days here in which students will do different things on campus and hang out. So I know sometimes students look at community colleges and then four-year institutions as different, but we do have opportunities on campus, just like the four institutions as far as clubs and organizations, as well as athletics.
Kelvin, what do people need to do to apply to Central Carolina Community College? What is that admissions process like, and when do people need to apply?
Right. So it's a very simple process. I know some students may look at it and just not understanding where to start. And again, we will be glad to help students through that process. But the first thing students have to complete is what we call residency, or RDS, Residency Determination Service. And so basically, you go to a website and you answer some questions, and then those questions will determine if that student is considered in-state or out-of-state. A number is generated, which is called an RCN number. And once you obtain that RCN number, then you're ready to go and complete your college application for CCCC. So you can go to our website and on the very front page, it says Apply Now. So you can click that tab there, complete your application for admissions, insert the RCN number, and then you're good to go. Once you complete the application for admissions, that's when you want to request your high school transcripts officially to be sent to us from that institution. If you've attended college elsewhere, we will need those official transcripts as well. And so we can evaluate to see if you've had any previous credits that will transfer to CCCC. That way you're not taking any repetitive classes. And so if you're looking to start classes in the fall semester, so that would be the next big semester that we have coming up, which begins in August, you want to go ahead and apply now. Now, we operate on what's called a rolling admissions, meaning there's no deadlines. You could wait until, the day before classes to do your application if you want it. But we would not prefer you to do that. We want you to go ahead and get everything done ahead of time so you're prepared to start classes and be successful. But yeah, go ahead and complete your application now. Have those transcripts submitted to us, and then registration for those fall classes will begin in June. So you have between June and August to get registered for those classes. You'll have an advisor or educational navigator to sit with you or meet virtually with you to decide what program you want to go into and classes to take, and then get signed up for those classes. And classes will begin usually mid-August, and you're good to go from there.
Is it possible for people to apply to attend classes, obviously in the fall, but can they apply to attend classes in the spring and even in the summer semesters? And also, would you talk a little bit about our 12 and 8 week classes?
For sure. So students that are looking to begin classes in the spring, you can apply, anytime during the year for the most part. Registration for spring classes usually begins in mid to late November. So that's when you want to kind of, look out for registration times for spring classes. Our summer classes usually begin in May. So registration for those classes usually begins around April. So you may be a student that missed the spring semester that just started earlier this month. And you may say, man, I wish I would have gotten into classes. Well, guess what? It's not too late. So as Arvie mentioned, we do have the 12-week and second 8-week classes available to you. So students can go ahead and complete their application today. You can do your application today, and those 12-week classes will begin next month in February. And so you can go ahead and get registered for those classes. And then we also have second 8-week classes that will begin in March. So if you missed the deadline for the standard spring semester, we always offer 12-week and second 8-week classes in the fall and spring semesters. So it's not too late to get started now if you're interested in doing so.
So if you're interested in Central Carolina Community College, we offer classes at all times of the year. We invite you to visit with us. We invite you to visit our website. That's www.cccc.edu. And Kelvin, will you share the contact information for your group and how you and your fellow workers can help these potential students?
For sure. The easiest way to contact my department as a whole is to email. So it's enroll@cccc.edu. So this enroll@cccc.edu. So just email whatever questions you may have. You can also go to the website at the very bottom. There's a little box that'll pop up that says Ask CCCC. If you want to ask any questions or address anything there, it also comes directly to my team, and we follow up with all of our inquiries within 24 hours or less. So make sure you reach out to us if we can help you, and we would love to be able to serve you guys.
So send all of your questions to enroll, that's ENROLL @cccc.edu, and Kelvin and his team will certainly respond to you and get you those answers that you need about getting you enrolled in Central Carolina Community College. Kelvin, as CCCC Student Outreach and Recruitment Director, what advice would you give to high school students who are looking to CCCC as well as other colleges and universities?
Yeah. The biggest thing that I would suggest for students is to visit whichever colleges that they're interested in. I know sometimes students will look at the community college that may be in close proximity to their high school and say, oh, I know it's over there, so I'm not going to visit, what have you, but they'll visit the 4 institutions. But what I would encourage students to do is visit wherever you may be looking to go to, because, like I said earlier, we can tell you what we have as a college, what programs we offer. 4 institutions can tell you what they have. You can watch videos and talk to other students, but everyone has different perspectives, right? And so actually going to visit that particular college is one of the best things you can do. When you drive there, it tells you how far away it is. When you get there, you can see firsthand, how big the college is, how big the classes are, what the atmosphere is like. And so that will help narrow down your decision greatly if you're able to do that. And I would encourage you to do it early, if you can, starting your sophomore or junior year in high school, so that when you're a senior, you have, kind of everything narrowed down and you can kind of go from there.
So let's share that information one more time. If you're interested in learning more about Central Carolina Community College, please visit www.cccc.edu. You can contact Kelvin and his wonderful staff at Enroll. You can email them at enroll, that's ENROLL, at cccc.edu. And Kelvin, is there a telephone number that they could reach you or your staff at?
Sure. You can call me directly at 919-718-7368, and we love to work with you.
Kelvin, it's been a pleasure to have you today. Thank you so much for being with us, and thank you, viewers, for being with us today on 4C Visions.